Good morning. Working from home might halve your carbon emissions. People who work from home all the time could reduce their greenhouse gas emissions by 54% compared to those who work in an office every day. Do you hear that? That's according to a study by researchers at Cornell University and Microsoft in the US. The researchers looked at data from a number of different sources to estimate the emissions of US office workers, remote workers, and hybrid workers. It was also found that working from home for 2 to 4 days per week could reduce a hybrid workers' emissions, their carbon footprint, by between 11% and 29% compared to full-time office workers. Reductions in emissions came from using less energy in the office and from not commuting. However, Fan Shiyu, one of the study's authors, said that while working from home is positive when it comes to reducing emissions, he is not sure exactly how positive it is, since remote workers tend to drive and fly more outside of work, which adds to their carbon footprints. The researchers even found that working from home for just one day a week made almost no difference because people tend to do more non-work travel on their day away from the office, and they use just as much energy when working at home. And while many people have begun working from home since the start of the coronavirus pandemic, many companies still have the same buildings, meaning the energy savings are not yet as great as they could be. During the pandemic, some workers also moved further away from their offices for a better quality of life, but that now means their commuting distances are longer when they have to go back to the office. The authors said remote work shows potential in reducing carbon footprints, but a number of factors, including building energy use, vehicle use, and non-work travel, must be considered to make the most of the environmental benefits. Discussion. What are your thoughts on the study's findings? It's like halfway good, halfway not so good, I suppose. Do you find it surprising that working from home leads to such a major reduction in greenhouse gas emissions? Does your company offer hybrid work? If so, how often do most people come into the office? If not, do you think it should? Has hybrid working become more common in your country in recent years? Do you know anyone who has a fully remote job? What do they do? Further discussion. How long is your commute? How do you usually spend it? Yeah, I need to ride a train for 1 hour each way. Do you know anyone who moved to improve their quality of life during COVID? What's the cleanest way to get around your town or city? I suppose bus and subway. Have you taken any steps to reduce your carbon footprints recently? I didn't even think about that. Flexible working is not just about working from home, it's about leaving the office behind. Jason Fried. What do you make of this statement? I mean, yeah, but you don't leave the work behind.